Let me get over your shoulder. I got to thinking the other day, I better check to see if all this stuff will fit into my pack. I've done springtime and summer backpacking and camping with it, but I don't think I've ever carried, my wintertime stuff in the pack. So I used to have an Osprey 70 and it would carry everything that I had, but when I switched to this one, I went with some lighter weight stuff as far as, for summertime and springtime camping and some fall, but it starts getting colder, so I guess I figured I'd better check to see if it's actually going to fit into it. So I'm going to turn it around here, so I'm just going to let everybody watch, and you can kind of see how I pack everything into my pack too. All right, have fun watching. Like I say, today I'm going to see if I can fit my stuff into this backpack, because I'm going to be starting out when it's colder weather, so I'm taking more heavier gear with me, but I was going to also show kind of how I pack my pack up, like if I'm leaving camp, or how I put everything in. So the first thing I do is I put my bag liner into the pack. And then I've took, as I'm taking my hammock down and everything, I'll pack up my underquilt, and I've got a stuff sack with both of them. Now this is just for the heavier underquilt and the top quilt. Now my other underquilts, I don't use a stuff sack with them, just because they're lighter weight and they're easier compactable and everything. But I do use a stuff sack with this underquilt and the top quilt here in a minute. And this is just some of them Cuban fiber or Dyneema stuff sacks that you see. Let's see here. Then I'll lay it to the side. I'll go ahead and put this, it's my sleeping bag liner. I'll go ahead and just throw it down into the bottom of the bag right here. Then I throw in my top quilt here. So after playing around with the pack a little bit more and just doing some experimentation, I'm not going to use the two Hyperlight stuff sacks for the underquilt and the top quilt. I've never used stuff sacks for them before. When I've been hiking, I just usually stick them in the bottom, and I thought, well, this time it would help the be able to pack it better. But actually, to conserve space and everything in the pack, I'm going to just do without the stuff sacks. And like I say, that's what I've done in the past, and I'm able to pack it down a little bit better on it. So I've got my underquilt packed up in a bag, and then I've got my top quilt packed up in a bag, and I go ahead and I put them down on top of the sleeping bag liner that I've got in here. And basically now, once I get that in, I just kind of pack around it. I've got my underquilt protector, which goes down in the side of here. And then I'll take and put my hammock right here. I'll just kind of put it on the top part above my top quilt. And I just pack all my clothes in around my top quilt, just like this. Now, since I've got that packed in, I just, since I've got everything as far as what needs to go in my bag in, I'll go ahead and get it, and I can press it down as much as I can. Get everything kind of compressed down. And then I just kind of do a twist on this bag and kind of fold it over to the side. I've been sleeping on this Neo Air or Thermarest Neo Air pad. It's a little bit not really as wide as what I'd like it, and I found out by talking to a couple people that they do make some wider ones, but I'm gonna try it with this. This is a large. I'm going to try it with this one, but I may end up changing this out for something a little bit bigger, maybe. But anyway, but for now, just saying, if I'd had it out. Now, I don't sleep with this in my hammock. This is just in case if I have to stay in a shelter or something like that, or sleep on the floor somewhere. I've got something other that's a little bit more padded, because my poor old back don't do good on the bare floor anymore like when I was a kid. Now, I don't use when I'm blowing this up, and I know people will probably say, well, whatever, but I don't use a pump sack. I just blow it up. I don't plan on using a pump sack. I'm not really worried about it. We'll just go ahead and, to me, it's a little bit quicker just blowing it up on it. Since I've got this bug net, I've said a couple times that I just use it as an extra stuff sack, and you can use it as a pillow and stuff. But I'll put this and put my some of this in there, gloves, just kind of put it on top where it's easy to get to and everything. Now, if it's raining, I'll have to put my socks and stuff down into the thing, or into the bag, but for now, we're just going to put them here on top of everything. And then I've got my cut kit, which goes in here. Now, my hammock stuff, I've got all my suspension stuff for my hammock and everything. Usually I got them rolled up, but I'm just going to throw them in like this. I put them in this front mesh pocket right here. And then I've got these steaks, some mini groundhogs. I just throw them in the pocket. I've got this trowel for burying your dung. Then I've got my rope bag for my food. I put my pack cover in this pocket. I put my raincoat also in my outside pocket. Let's see here. So I put it in my outside pocket here. I just throw these rain pants inside of the pack unless they're wet or I need them for something or other. rain kilt. I use it for a ground cover underneath my hammock and everything. I throw it on the outside pocket. Right here, my toiletries bag. I just throw it inside here, and then my electronics bag, I put it on the inside. So that fills everything up to about here, and I could probably compact everything down. I'll just have to play around with this thing, but it fills it up to about here, and then I can zip it up. I can either put my food bag, if it's full, on the inside of it right here, or if it's about, you know, going down, or I can strap it onto the top here. You know, it's got this dual thing, and I might get me another strap and go across there. I've also got my seat thing, a little seat here, and I'm gonna I use this just for a top cover over my pack, and I'm put it kind of, I could put it over top of this, so that'll work right there. I think I'm pushing them bags down a little bit further. I've got my umbrella. Now, of course, I ain't got my shelter with me, or my tarp in the house. It's in the house in there, but I usually put it in this pocket right in behind this umbrella and kind of latch it in. And then I've got my CNOC bag, and I put it in the front pocket right here, just to fit in. So basically that's how I pack my bag up and everything. It, for ULA Ohm, thing works pretty good. I think the weight on it, I'm looking at about, with everything here, I think I weighed it the other day, and just with this stuff, I'll go get a scale and we'll see how much it weighs. With this, I grabbed my tarp so I could get a halfway decent fit on it. So we'll put my tarp down in here. And then we'll put this and this in up here so that it'll be counted in on the weight here. And I don't have my water bottles or nothing like that with me. I think everything else is in here, but just for the weight that I packed in here, about 1862, something like that, as far as poundage. Thanks again for watching these videos. Not only does it's just entertainment, and it helps me learn kind of what I've got, what I need to get, and where I'm sitting at on stuff. So there's just learning in progress. And I hope you all stay safe out there. Have a blessed day.